Hi, welcome to a series of brain hacker cheat sheets that we're actually bringing to you in a video format. In these few episodes, we're going to explore a few different aspects of what made an entrepreneur. Welcome back, and this is episode number 5. Now, this is what we call the growth stage enterprise. In a growth stage enterprise, you have been there, done that somewhat. You've been an expert in your industry, and people know who you are. You've done a great service so far, and therefore you have survived. Now, when we say a growth enterprise, we are talking about maybe more than 3 years if you're really very intense in the way you push your business. If not, well, within 5 years, we call it a growth enterprise. Now, if your enterprise is not growing right now, relax, chill, don't worry about it. Go on back to the earlier episodes, starting from episode number 2, and catch the little points that may be helpful for you to get back on track. Nobody is born the same. Nobody will achieve the same results unless they have the proper framework. So this series of videos I've made for you is not the wisdom of me. It's the wisdom of the students I've coached. It's the wisdom of my mentors, which has basically translated into good, visible, manageable results. And therefore, I'm sharing you more in this episode 5. This episode is called Scaling More and More. Okay, for businesses that's been there, done that, 3 to 5 years, and consistently perform. You've noticed I have a better background today. I'm in a very luxurious kind of property which I've acquired because of the consistency, because of the income that has given me a little bit of comfort. But let's come on back. Point number 1 today in our episode is talking about check your financial resources. When you're above 3 years old, chances are you made quite a handsome sum, if not a good sum that has some capital reserve. So by checking that financial comfort, you're looking into things like investing in property, investing in something really solid, to a land maybe, okay, and or a technology level up into another level of business activity. And therefore checking the financial resources at this point make a bit of sense. Point number 2, have I reached my milestone and goals so far? Well, at least you need to look back at what? Year 1, have I completed everything I planned? Have I finished every milestone of year 1 at least? Scratching my head, huh? Year 3, year 5, then come and look at year 1. Well, if year 1 done already, check for year 2, year 2 done already, check for year 3, and you grow up from there. 3 to 5 years of business success and growth should be your case when you are looking at this video. Point number 3, build an ecosystem. Now, you'll say, hey, ST, you're crazy. Ecosystem, or you think I green earth? No. An ecosystem meaning you say is you're able to collab well with people, you have friends and foes that can work together. And therefore you can create things like an expert panel, you can create things like a referral, you can create things like alliances, and you know what, if you're really good in something that you really do well, you can turn them into a franchise. Usual thing in the last few episodes, drink coffee with your mentor. I've said enough since the last episode that drinking coffee with mentors are to typically bring you up to speed with the growth of your enterprise and to challenge your ideas and to gain the wisdom from peers. And if your mentors are really those that can groom and nurture you, good for you. If the mentors have not been doing well at this point, remember we talk about our senses. How sensible are we? Whereby Nicole helps us basically bring into speed the psychological and physical growth in how we sense things in her module. And therefore, again, coming back to senses, how sensible are you in understanding people? There are 4 temperaments in each individual. My very first session, I talk about it, and I shall give you a short rundown of what the 4 temperaments are in this video as well at the end. Is to do what? Live show. A lot of businesses think that live show is not important. For me, in my business at least, in education, I need to show up. By doing a live show is not to tell people, I've got a live show, and I've got 10,000 viewers at one time, and then I interact to no one. Make sense? No sense at all. If you open a live show and you can't engage and communicate with each and every one of them, I might as well do a recording session, a recorded session for the matter. It is still just as effective, and in case you're camera shy, you can do recorded session very easily. My session here is done with Zoom. No excuses. I'm doing it with only a 1080 webcam. Okay, and then link onto my computer. I only put a little nice ring light here. I have one side light filling up here. Can it be done anywhere? The answer is yes. So going on live is to show your authority without authority somehow. But as you show up more and more, as you share your ideas more and more, okay, you will tend to correlate and connect with the people you want. And you begin to understand what you want to say. Why, month in, month out, I actually shortlist my customer profile. Does it all come together now? After me yakking in the last few videos about customer profile, monthly, check it out. I hope it makes sense at this point. Point number 6, have a strong digital presence. Now that is, again, when we roll back, is what we call personal branding or business branding. And that's where Gerald will talk about who, what, when, why, how. And over time, when you've come this far, sustainable, runnable, good results business, and probably having a few staff, you need to look at it carefully, because that digital branding is going to level you up into another area. Point number 7 for ending this episode, we talk about the Web3 tech. We talk about the metaverse as well. Now, this is something very bold to embrace on, and honestly, if you're a one-man show, chances are you need help, because unless you're typically very strong all around technically, the Web3 tech and metaverse will drain you of everyday energy. But nevertheless, is Web3 tech and metaverse important? Well, let me break it down very quickly. What is Web3 tech? Web3 tech have tools like NFTs and blockchain, DeFi, tokens, and things like digital wallet to make things very unique. As I speak, I am sure Web3 tech has more tools. But nevertheless, by embracing Web3 tech and metaverse, what are you engaging in? The new wealth owner. In one of the episodes I done earlier, I did say check in on the new wealth owners that have digital cryptocurrencies, also known as blockchain. Okay, therefore, if the money is there and you're not collecting these with Web3 tech, are you losing out? I'm not sure. Thank you for watching. My name is Esther.